Welcome Pisces, thank you for joining me. I am here with your November 2018 forecast. Thank you for joining me. My name is Natalie. I am an intuitive and evidential medium, and I have just started doing monthly forecasts and daily cards on this channel. Now, this is a general reading for all of Pisces, so please do take what you can and know that it is given with love. I am working intuitively, and take what you need to, because you will find that some parts resonate more than others, and that's because it is a general reading. So let's just get into it, shall we, Pisces? Now, it does feel very much as though I need to talk about November being the month of conclusion. Completion, conclusion, finishings, endings, but in a good way, because it allows you to then move forwards. I do feel very much as though in the second week of November, you're going to go through this period or this phase of, I need to see the bigger picture. I need to step back and I need to understand it. It's almost like a vision quest, like they used to do in the Aboriginal ways and the tribal ways. They would go away for a few days, climb a mountain, walk through the rainforest, sit by the rivers, and they would just wait for the answer to come. It does feel very much, Pisces, as though you are looking for the bigger picture, for the answers that you have been seeking. Now, you do not necessarily need to head out for 3 days straight. You may just need to settle down and get quiet for a little bit, once, twice, or maybe every evening or every morning, but you will find those answers come to you, and it will be quite shocking because they won't be what you're expecting to hear, but that's okay, because Pisces can deal with change. You are quite spontaneous and you know you can handle anything and everything you are given. Now, as we head into the third week of November, around about the 17th, 16th, 17th, you're going to need to be relying much more on your instinct. That version of you inside your sat-nav, call it intuition, call it what you like. People call it so many things, but it's going to really show you where you need to go, even if you have to stop following the pack. Now, it's easy to start following the crowd. This is a time to step forwards into your own light, into your own power, and own all of you, because you're amazing. But it may feel a little bit uncomfortable from the 16th or 17th as we head out through the rest of November, whilst you're learning to sit with your intuition or your instinct that little bit more, because it feels as though it's going to lead you somewhere quite different. Again, not where you expected. Just like when I mentioned about the vision quest, or needing that quiet inside so that you can see the answers that you need, or the bigger picture. It feels very much as though they're very connected. Now, it does feel as though you're going to be overcoming some of those painful fears that are inside of you. Do not panic at that. We all have to, we all do it, and it all happens to us in different ways, but it is only to stop us holding ourselves back that these things come up. I do feel smack bang in the beginning of November, it's going to start off with a punch. You know, you are going to be in November, you're going to know it, and it's just going to be quite quick in that first week. So acknowledge everything that happens. Know that the answer to everything is love. That is the answer. If there is no other answer that you can find in a physical sense, love. Go back to love. That is always the answer. Now, this completion, this, endings, this culmination of everything that's gone on from about March time up until now, it's not a bad thing, because with all endings, with all completion, becomes new beginnings. You can't have new beginnings unless things end. So do not panic, do not worry about that. It is just a sign that you're ready to move forwards. You may find this month of November, that you also go through a very personal kind of purification, a shedding of many things inside of you, as well as outside of you, whether that is things that no longer support that vibration that you're stepping into, or maybe you just want to drink more water. Maybe you wish to cut some unhealthy foods out. It could be that it is something as deep as relationships and cords and attachments to other people that are just not there anymore, that aren't for your highest good. So be aware of any sort of purification process, like a purging or a need to remove things from your life, whether it's fizzy drinks or cigarettes, but just be aware of it and just follow it and see what happens. It's going to be very much a natural internal thing, just guiding you as such, just guiding you as to where you need to go. Now, with the whole completion thing, with understanding that there are endings, and without endings you can't have beginnings, sometimes you're just going to have to hold on and trust. Because I know, Pisces, that you are quite fast paced. You do like action, action, action. That's cool, but there also is allowed to be some downtime. So although the first week of November, heading into the second week of November, does feel quite fast paced, I do want to slow down a little bit. Come towards the end of November, from the 20th onwards, it feels like, it's almost like you have this inner peace, this inner knowing that everything's going to be okay. There's no rush. That's not something that obviously a lot of you Pisces will naturally observe, because you do like to get on and do things, but that's okay. Change is good. I need to talk about your heart chakra and how you will be vibrating slightly differently. Okay, Pisces, this is something that is going to open your heart even more. Now, for those that feel joy in their heart and work with their chakras anyway, you're going to understand a deeper level. A deeper level. For other people that are not necessarily understanding of our energy centers and how we work as an energetic body, you may feel more emotional. You may feel more attached to situations and people when this happens. You may just find the world is quite hectic, and the day before you were fine with that, and then the next day it's like, oh, I need to hide under my duvet for a little bit because I can't cope. That's just your heart opening a bit further. You will find the feeling of joy will envelope you. It will pull you in, and you will feel joy for so much. This all has to do with that month of completion, that endings, and allowing what it has gone, what is the past, to be in the past. And in doing so, you're leveling yourself up in the direction of love and your heart chakra. Now, don't forget that vision quest. That is going to be really important. That's going to look different for all of you. I do know that. But even if you just need to barricade yourself in your bedroom for a little bit longer than you normally would, that's okay. You do not need to go off for 3 days. If you can, that's cool. Okay, around about the 26th, 27th of November, you may feel like there is a fog in front of you, as in you're going about your business, doing your stuff, and hey, what's going on? It may feel a little bit confused around about that time. Don't worry about that, because that again will lift. It's just to slow you down. For those Pisces that are insistent on 100 miles an hour, even though your body is saying and your energy is saying, okay, I'm ready to start anew and I'm going to start slow, that's just going to help slow things down enough for you to enjoy that moment. Now, okay, for some of you, it's not going to be a case of putting rose tinted glasses on, but it is going to be a process of seeing people in your life in a different light. Now, for some of you, that may mean somebody who you are already close to opens up in a very different way. For others that are on their own and single, you may find that you won't be for much longer, amongst other things. But I do feel very much as though relationships that are not meant to be completed this year are just going to grow stronger. So do bear that in mind, Pisces, for any situations and relationships that you currently have that you're wondering about. Check in. Do they feel as though they are balanced and as though both parties are getting what they need from them? Do you feel settled and comfortable in those relationships, whether it is romantic, whether it is friendship, whether it is an acquaintance? Check that out. Check out these cords and these attachments, and don't be afraid to let go of those ones that are past their sell by date, because that allows room for more and new to come in too. I am going to be thinking of you, Pisces, for the whole of November, because this feels like a brand new beginning for you. It's like that really, really early stage. We have these cycles of birth, death and rebirth. It feels like you're coming from like a death into that rebirth stage, and it's quite dormant. If you think of seasons, it's probably like a winter before we start into the spring. So I'm really excited, Pisces, to see where you're going to head in December and then through into 2019 in those early parts. But I'm going to leave you with that knowing that new beginnings are on their way. Please do subscribe if you can and hit the bell icon. That would be really helpful, because then you get to keep up to date with my new releases. I am doing daily guidance too. There are very small, short videos that are put up every morning UK time, just to give you a heads up in your day and what's going on. So find me on Facebook. It's an awesome little community there. Natalie Collins Intuitive Medium. Find me on Instagram. And book me if you want to for a reading on nataliecollinsmedium@outlook.com. Until we meet again, ciao for now.